Wow, am I really doing this? I'm really doing this. I'm gonna try and vlog while driving. We'll see how that goes. Car started. Oh, no radio. That will just be distracting. So, what I was intending to talk about was cosplay, because I just watched a video about cosplaying. So I figured I should talk about that, because I have opinions on that. I haven't cosplayed a lot, because I'm nervous. I'm afraid I don't know what to do, and I'm afraid I'll do it wrong or look bad, and I'm starting to get over that. I really am. I'm starting to cosplay more, and I'm probably doing 3 cosplays from NetCon, at least 2, but possibly 3. And that's a huge step for me, and I'm cosplaying with people, which is also kind of a huge step that I'm getting to do that. But what I wanted to talk about is kind of not to be scared of cosplaying. It is easy to be intimidated because there's so many great people who cosplay, and one of the things that is important to remember is that everybody's gonna freak out about different things. Everybody have their own pet peeves, and you do not have to align how you cosplay with everybody's pet peeves, because that would just be annoying. But there are always people who's gonna react to something on your costume. There is always gonna be something that somebody thinks that you're missing. One of the things that I just think you should remember is you have to be comfortable in what you're doing. Don't get pushed into doing a cosplay you're not comfortable with, unless you think it's gonna be really, really fun. If you have friends who's cosplaying from the same series and they really want you to cosplay a character with them, and you think that yes, it would be fun to cosplay with them, then do it. But don't do it if you feel that you're just gonna have anxiety over this character. It's not worth it. It's really not. And you can always hang out with people who's cosplaying, even if you're not. Trust me, I've been to enough conventions with cosplayers without cosplaying myself to know that this is absolutely true. You can have an amazing time without cosplaying. It's not a requirement. But I know that there's some people who think the most important part is to have a very well-styled wig. I know there are people who think that the most important thing is that all the seams look amazing. There are people who think that it's very, very important that you have the right eye color. There are people who think that you really have to wear a lot of makeup to make it look right. And all of these things are important in a way, but especially if you're new to cosplay, it should definitely not be a requirement. You do not have to do this. For example, for Fluttershy, I'm gonna look for contact lenses because she has very big eyes, which I don't, and she has a very different eye color than what I have. So I'm going to look for contacts, but if I cannot find contacts with my prescription, then I will just, That once again comes into this part where you have to feel comfortable, because I won't feel comfortable walking around an entire convention in contacts that just completely diminishes my sight. It's that kind of thing. You have to do what works for you and how you feel comfortable, and remember to do it by your ability. Don't stop because you feel like it's too hard for you. Do as well as you can. Don't, panic about everything having to look extremely perfect. Instead, focus on doing as well as you can and try and feel happy about what you're doing. There are so many things that should not matter when you cosplay, because cosplaying is a hobby. It's something you do for fun. It's not something you get paid to do, and so it's not something that should be taken that serious. When people are new into cosplay, really, we should encourage newcomers to do this, not scare them away by demanding that everything looks perfect, because it won't. It's sort of a thing, isn't it, that your first cosplay, kind of like your first vlog, is not intended to be extremely amazing. You're supposed to choose a character that you love and somebody that you think that you can do well and have fun cosplaying. Think of that first. Then, of course, you also have to consider, economics and ability. But mostly, don't let anything stop you if it's something you really want to do. If you are a cosplayer, also a more experienced cosplayer, think about the people that are new into cosplay. Try and encourage them, get them to want to do this. Maybe come with suggestions, but also don't give critique to people who haven't asked for it. If somebody shows up to a convention in a cosplay, they are probably fairly okay with it. They're probably pretty pleased with what they've accomplished. If you really have to judge somebody's cosplay, well, that's not really your business, is it? Just let everybody have fun. This is supposed to be fun, and you're supposed to like what you're doing. If you don't like this, then you're doing it wrong. And if you are making people uncomfortable with their cosplays, with the words that you're saying, then you are clearly a terrible person. Peace!